Every city has a building people refuse to talk about, not because it's haunted, but because no one can explain what happens inside. In the heart of New York, there stands a luxury apartment tower with 42 floors, but every resident knows one terrifying secret. The elevator sometimes stops at a floor that doesn't exist, and if those doors ever open, don't step outside, because no one who enters floor 13 ever comes back the same. This is the elevator to floor 13. At exactly 3:13 a.m., a luxury apartment elevator stopped at a floor that didn't exist. There was no button, no record, no explanation, but when the doors opened, someone was already waiting, and they said, "We've been expecting you." Emma Carter was one of New York's most respected investigative journalists. She had spent years exposing corruption, unsolved crimes, and hidden secrets. Anonymous emails were nothing new to her. Most were fake. Some were dangerous. But one email changed everything. It contained only one sentence. Take the elevator at exactly 3:13 a.m. Don't press any button. At first, she laughed. Until she noticed. The email included a photograph taken outside her apartment. Just 1 hour earlier. Emma had no idea that within the next few hours, everything she believed about reality was about to change forever. And it all began with a single elevator ride. At exactly 3:13 a.m., the elevator to floor 13. Emma Carter couldn't stop staring at the email. It had arrived. At exactly 3:13 p.m. There was no sender. No subject line. No attachments. Only one sentence. Take the elevator at exactly 3:13 a.m. Don't press any button. At first, she laughed. Someone was obviously trying to scare her. But then, she noticed something. At the bottom of the email, there was a photograph. It showed her apartment building. Not from across the street. Not from a security camera. It was taken from directly behind her. Just 1 hour earlier. Emma's smile disappeared. Someone had been watching her. She immediately called the police. They traced the email. Nothing. No IP address. No server. No digital footprint. It was as if the message had never existed. Even stranger. When the officer checked her inbox, the email was gone. Emma barely slept that night. But curiosity was stronger than fear. At exactly 2:55 a.m., she parked her car outside Ravencroft Apartments. The building looked normal. Luxury entrance. Bright lobby. 24-hour security. Nothing felt unusual. The night guard looked at Emma. "You here to see someone?" Emma hesitated. Then smiled. "I'm a journalist. I'm writing about the history of this building." The old guard became silent. His face changed. After several seconds, he whispered, "If the elevator stops somewhere it shouldn't, don't get out." Before Emma could ask another question, the guard walked away. She looked at the elevator. The doors slowly opened. No one inside. She stepped in. The doors closed. She didn't touch a single button. Exactly as the email instructed. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then, the elevator started moving. On its own. The elevator kept climbing floor 5. Floor 8, floor 11. Then, the display flickered. For just a second. Every light inside the elevator went out. Silence. Complete silence. When the lights came back, the digital display showed only one number. 13. Emma's heart stopped. There was no button for floor 13. It wasn't supposed to exist. Yet, the elevator had found it. A cold metallic sound echoed through the cabin. Ding! The doors slowly opened. Beyond them stretched a long hallway, covered in darkness. The wallpaper looked decades old. The lights above flickered, as if struggling to stay alive. Every apartment door was marked with strange numbers. Except one. Room 1313. Its door was already open. A freezing wind drifted from inside. Emma reached for her phone. No signal. She pressed the elevator's closed door button. Nothing happened. Again. Nothing. The elevator wouldn't leave. Then, a voice echoed through the hallway. Soft. Calm. Almost welcoming. Emma Carter. We've been waiting for you. She froze. She had never told anyone she was coming. She had never been inside this building before. So, who knew her name? And more importantly, how long had they been waiting? Emma didn't move. The hallway was completely empty. Yet, someone had just called her name. She took a slow step forward. The elevator doors closed behind her. She spun around. Pressed the call button. Nothing. The elevator had disappeared. As if it had never been there. Only a blank concrete wall remained. Emma's breathing became heavier. She pulled out her flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness. Dust floated through the air. It looked like no one had walked through this hallway for years. Yet, fresh footprints led straight to room 1313. One set of footprints. Going in. None. Coming out. Emma followed them. Every step echoed through the silent corridor. Then, she heard it. A child's laughter. Very faint. Coming from inside the room. She stopped. The laughter ended. Silence. She reached the half-open door. And slowly pushed it wider. Inside, the apartment looked untouched. An old wooden table. A broken clock. Frozen at exactly 3:13. On the wall. Hundreds of photographs. Every photo showed a different person standing inside this same hallway. Some looked terrified. Some were crying. Some were smiling. Emma's eyes froze. On the newest photograph. It hadn't been there a second ago. She stepped closer. Her hands began to shake. Because the person in the photograph was her. Standing exactly where she was now. But behind her, someone else was smiling into the camera. Emma slowly turned around. The hallway was empty. Or so she thought.